In 1999, a seismic shift in the Star Wars fandom loomed on the horizon, with the highly anticipated film The Phantom Menace on the way. It had been 16 years since a new Star Wars film graced the silver screen. Not only was the hype at an all time high, but so was the marketing and merchandise plan. In this video, we'll get into some of the wacky marketing that Lucasfilm unleashed in 99. Now let's all feel that nostalgia together. Over the years, there were certainly some massive marketing campaigns by Lucasfilm, like in 2015 for The Force Awakens, but nothing compares to their work prior to The Phantom Menace. To this day, we're still finding out about merchandise that we didn't know existed then. Seriously. Now let's highlight some of these standout plans. First and foremost, we have the fast food marketing done at the Tricon Global, now known as Yum brand, restaurants such as Taco Bell, KFC, and Pizza Hut. The advertising campaign included a Defeat the Dark Side promotion that included the restaurant mascots teaming up in hilarious Star Wars themed TV spots. In these ads, they'd feature a sweepstakes game where you could win a car, $1 million, or a Star Wars hovercraft speeder. The game involved collecting medallions or tokens at each restaurant or planet. That's right, each Star Wars restaurant was assigned a Star Wars planet. KFC was Naboo, Pizza Hut Coruscant, and Taco Bell Tatooine. Pretty cool, right? Well, apparently not, as the campaign was seen as a large failure by both Tricon and Lucasfilm, so there were no more deals for the rest of the prequel films. Devastating. Also involved in this campaign was some amazing kids' meal toys and exclusive cups and cup toppers. Seriously, these are some of the best fast food toys I'd ever seen. I still collect some of them today. I have some very fond memories of going to Taco Bell or KFC with my brother and getting some of these. Good times. It's hard to imagine this whole campaign was a failure. So much detail was put into it and so many people seem to have loved it. But at the end of the day, they may have gone too far in a few places. Next up on Lucasfilm's plan was a $2 billion deal with Pepsi. Have you ever heard of Marfa Lump? Well, he was a character created for this campaign, and he loved only two things, Star Wars and Pepsi. Oh yeah, and he lived in Iowa. ILM collaborated with an advertising agency to create this little guy who would appear in commercials driving a taxi-turned-pod racer, promoting both Pepsi and the Phantom Menace. Pepsi also unveiled Star Wars-themed vending machines and a Willy Wonka-esque sweepstakes involving a golden Yoda can. If you found that golden can, you could send it in for a whopping $20. Even if you weren't lucky enough to find the golden can, you'd still be getting some awesome cans with your favorite characters on them. Pepsi even included 24 characters on these things. 8 were on Pepsi cans, another 8 were on Mountain Dew, and 4 on Diet Pepsi. Pepsi also tested out marketing the soda Storm, which was the precursor to Sierra Mist, now known as Starry, at the time. These were even handed out at the first ever Star Wars celebration. More on that later. A rare promotion item from this Pepsi campaign was the MTT drink cooler that opens up to unveil 10 soda cans with Battle Droid toppers. Man, would I love to have one of these. Next up is a marketing deal that would save one of the most worldwide beloved toy companies today, Lego. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Lego was in some deep financial trouble. When a massive deal was made between Lucasfilm and Lego, I don't think either knew how huge that would become. When Lego did begin rolling out their Star Wars products, they wisely began with some sets from the original trilogy. After all, the people with disposable income at this time were the ones who grew up with those films. Then came the waves of sets promoting the upcoming film. This is another huge nugget of nostalgia for me, as I remember grabbing a few of these sets like Anakin's Pod Racer and the Gungan sub as a kid. Today, Star Wars and Lego are like peanut butter and jelly, a match made in plastic heaven. Star Wars toys and merchandise are nearly as big as the films themselves. In 1997, George Lucas came to a deal with Hasbro that would give the New England-based toy company most of the licensing rights to Star Wars toys. Lucas was also made a major shareholder of Hasbro at the time as well. Unlike way back in 1977 when toys came out late for Star Wars, Hasbro had tons ready to roll out from day one. Today's collectors will remember how it seemed like there used to be so many more action figures and toys available when new films were coming out. Just ask Leo DiCaprio. The Phantom Menace would go on to generate billions in merch sales, but remember that whole going far in a few places thing? Over-licensing, over-production, and over-shipping led to a huge drop-off and some loss for Lucasfilm. Remember I mentioned Star Wars Celebration earlier? If you're a diehard Star Wars fan, you certainly know of the Grand Galactic Convention that welcomes in fans across the globe. Well, the first ever one was held in 1999 as a promotion leading up to the Phantom Menace. It was held in Denver, Colorado at the Wings Over the Rockies Air and Space Museum, just 3 weeks before the film's release. Denver was chosen because it was the hometown of the official Star Wars fan club. Now, in 2023, fans have been able to experience 15 Star Wars celebrations, ranging from locations around the globe like Anaheim to London to the greater Tokyo area. And it all began back in 1999. It was really great to see such a massive marketing campaign like this. And as fans, we certainly eat it all up. The fast food craziness, the soda cans, the wildest merch like this Jar Jar lollipop and Darth Maul rollerblades. Unbelievable. But again, Lucasfilm knows they probably reached too far, and it's unlikely to see something like this again. Hey, at least we'll have the memories. What do you guys think? Do you remember collecting all these things back in 1999? What were some memories of yours? Let's hear them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Marauder content, and I will see you guys on the HoloNet.